What's up, y'all?
Oh, oh
Happy.
gosh.
Well, today's Friday. Thanksgiving.
It is, thank God it's Friday.
And Norman is printing his oh yeah, I like that.
A little
Dang.
dangle.
Yeah, you got your ear. Well, not just, but for me, because I haven't
Mhm.
seen you in a minute. You got your
I
ear
know.
ears, you said a year ago?
Yeah, a little over a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a funny situation because I was wearing I started wearing like a clip-on earring
Mm.
and I was like hanging out with a good friend of mine. It's funny because we both have like he's a musician as well and we both have we are black guys with Russian names. So Vladimir and his name is Igor. And
What?
so,
Oh,
yeah, I know,
what a fun.
very unexpected. But we were joking that we should probably just like do like a little tour, and then like just don't show our pictures, and then we show up. But anyway,
That
uh,
is funny. You should. I love
we
that.
should surprise.
Yeah.
Anyway, Igor's amazing, dear friend of mine I've had for a long time in Amsterdam, and uh, and he saw me wearing this like clip-on earring. He's like, "Man, that looks good on you," and I was like, "Oh, thanks so much." And he goes, "Why don't you just get your ear pierced?" And I was like, "Ooh," and I was like, "Well, why am I not getting it pierced?" And
Mhm.
I realized it's this like holding on to these old ideas of what trying to be like the good kid or like the like do everything right. And I was like, I think I wouldn't get my ear pierced because I'd worry what my parents would say. And I was like, you better, it was like, you better get that ear pierced.
Better get that.
So it was like a week later, like, and he went with me, which was great because he already has both his ears pierced, but he was getting a second one and
Okay.
he got it for me for my birthday. So that was very sweet.
So, okay, that's the best ear piercing story ever.
So now I got a little dangly,
I
and
love
it didn't
it.
hurt at all. He took me to a really nice place. They were like, it was very professional, very nice. So
Yeah, super. I don't
yeah,
even remember when my ears got pierced, child. It's like,
because did they use a gun or they use a needle?
I think, I think
Because
it's
the gun is what destroys the.
oof.
Yeah, they just shoot that little gun thing through, but you're supposed to like just do a needle, and
Maybe
that's what they did for mine. It was nice.
I'm saying that, but honestly, I literally don't know. And
Yeah,
if it was a gun, like miraculously, it was clean.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
My earlobes and like my holes are, intact. Like there's no
yeah,
scarring or weirdness.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just so crazy. Like just like getting your ears pierced and like the associations with gender
Yes,
relates
this
to
was.
that.
Oh, okay. Yes, this is great. Go ahead,
Yeah.
please.
And then just how like little girls are like, I mean,
Like from
little
less than 1 years old, like people are getting their
kids,
daughter's ears pierced.
like babies.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
wasn't a baby. I think I was like 5 or 6, I
yeah,
was.
yeah. But it
Yeah.
was like a thing too you had to do.
It
Like
was
it was
like a
like
ritual. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Interesting how we do that for like quote unquote girls and
yeah,
boys. Like
exactly. Yeah.
it's like versus
Well,
boys or not for boys. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say the other side of that, which is like, uh, I didn't know which ear to get my ear pierced in because that was the whole like right ear versus left ear. And
Anything.
yeah, meaning that like if it's in the right ear, that means that you're gay. If you're in the left ear, and I was like, well, I don't want to be given any false notions. So I think, and I did my research. I was like, it's the right ear lobe that says that you're gay, and
Mhm.
it's like,
So
and then apparently it's changed though now. So now it's like it's a trend that like a lot of gay men are getting their left ear pierced and not their right. So I was like,
you're like, you know what?
I'm like, I just need to get both, I guess. Now that's the next step. Just get
Do you
both
want
done.
both? Do you want both pierced?
I don't know. I actually thought about it and I was like, I have to say, I don't know what your healing process was, but for mine, it was like I had to do it like took 4 to 6 weeks.
What? Wow.
Yes, of just like spraying the saline solution and I mean, I wanted to make sure that it was done right. It never got infected. Nothing ever happened. But it was just like they told you they were like, yeah, if you get like your ear pierced like this, the expectation is that you do it between 4 and 6 weeks of like cleaning.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't do that, and I think they're
I do
fine.
not
But
remember that. I mean, again, I was mad. I was like 5 or 6.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But also, I mean, do you get keloids?
No, I don't. That was a thing I was wondering about because I have a cousin that gets keloids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What
so she couldn't get her ears pierced.
what are keloids? What exactly?
Yeah, it's like a it yeah. Typically happens in African Americans or people of African descent
Yeah.
who like it's a scar tissue overbuild. It builds up
Okay.
too much. So basically like layers upon layers of scar tissue.
Okay.
So it
Yeah.
just makes it really thick. So if you get like some type of piercing, it will kind of yeah.
Like a tattoo, right? Like a tattoo.
Yeah, it's or like a brand. It's more like a like it would be like essentially like if you got branded, then that those layers of
Oh my gosh. First of all,
yeah.
branding, no.
Mm-mm, yeah, not that's not happening.
Uh,
At least not by my own choice. Like that's
it's sizzling my skin. Brand.
no. And also I don't want to smell that ever.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
want to
and
ever smell that.
yeah.
Ugh.
Well, let me rewind because I want to make sure everybody knows who you are. I mean, we're doing
Yes.
this for a second time. It's been a minute.
I know, I know. And of course we've known each other forever, so that's the other thing. So
Sure, yeah, but that's a part. I mean, I don't anyone who ever lays their eyeballs on these videos. I never wanted to feel. I always wanted to feel like you are ear hustling in on like I don't know, friends having a Kiki, a
yeah,
secret.
exactly. It's what it is. It's
But
what
yeah,
it is.
still, they need to know about what you because you're here. So
I'm here. Yes.
Norman lives in Amsterdam now for like 7 years, going to 8,
Uh-huh.
going on
It's going on 7. It's
going on
going on 7. Yeah, yeah.
wild style.
Yes.
Wild
Yeah.
to
It's
me.
wild. I can't believe that it's been, I mean, I'm not even gonna say it's been a long time, but it's just that like it just went so
Yeah.
smoothly and quickly, like consistently. I was like,
Because you
I'm
love
now here 7 years. Like it's wild.
because you love it.
I love it. I
Yeah.
do love it. It feels like home to me.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I feel like it is.
It
I
is home. It is home. Let's just own that. It is home.
own it.
So,
Um,
yeah.
and you are in town in New York for the
Yes.
conference. Can you talk about the conference?
Yeah, sure. So okay. So I backtrack. So I will say I'm Norman Vladimir, musician, singer-songwriter, and voice actor, although I've been talking so much last night that the voice is not the best. But
No.
no, but yeah, I moved to Europe gosh, almost 11 years ago, but I've been living in the Netherlands for 7 years.
Mm,
And and music is what brought me there. And just recently, back in January, I decided to partner and join a company that does immersive learning experiences. But the reason I joined the company is I had a really long conversation with the CEO of the company, and he really wanted me to be a part of what he was doing, which is doing a lot of facilitations and workshops. But he also loved the fact that I'm a musician, so he was like such a beautiful angle to be able to in like incorporate creativity into that work as well.
mhm,
So the story around what he's trying to do, which is like humanizing spaces and really making them spaces in which everybody can be seen and heard and communicate effectively, that also aligns with what I do as a musician and songwriter because I have to be able to tell the stories not only of my own experience, but also of the experience of the people who are listening to me.
mhm.
So I decided to join the team. And then the first kind of travel task that he had me do was that I traveled here to back to the old hometown, New York, to attend a 2-day conference called Uplift, which is from Better Up.
Right.
Uh,
Oh
yeah, so
my
that
God.
was it.
I love it. Listen, let
Yeah,
all travel on someone else's dime.
I, come on, because we've had to travel on our own dime, and that's not fun.
It's not fun.
That's not fun.
No, some more of that. And it was just we used to see each other and have like a wild night at the museum. That was so much
Seriously.
fun.
This was so much fun. It was like, oh my gosh, it took me back. I had this moment. So yeah, so we saw each other. Yeah, we were at the Amy Sherald opening on was it just Wednesday? It was Wednesday.
It feels like a blur.
It right?
recover from that,
I
honestly.
did too, because I don't go out like that. That's the thing. It's like, no, but it was amazing. It was like, I mean, her work is beyond incredible and just like gorgeous to be able to get to see it in person. And I didn't, I mean, it was clearly I looked back on the Whitney website and I saw that of course they had the Michelle Obama painting, but I hadn't seen that, so I didn't know when I turned the corner that it was going to be there, and it took my breath. It really did. It was like such a stunning, yeah, it was all the feels were coming in, just like where we were, where we could have been, who we could have been,
Yeah.
all kind of encapsulated in that image. And then, of course, seeing the Breonna Taylor
Yeah.
um, painting as well. So, and some other ones that she has, like the two men kissing in this beautiful, embrace.
I love
Yeah,
it.
there's so many. Yeah. Anyway, but on the Kiki side of things, those drinks were those drinks were strong as
They
they
were the drinks were drinking.
drinks were strong.
They were, yeah, your gin. It was like the what was it, like a
It
gin?
was gin sans tonic.
Oh,
Gin without tonic.
I like
Like
that. I love a generous pour.
I do too, but at least warn me. That's the only thing. I'm like, let me know what I'm walking into. Like
And I was like sipping on that white wine like it was coconut water.
yeah, exactly. Like it was hydrating.
I
Like it
know
was
it was until finally, because I don't know, sometimes it takes a while to like kind of catch up.
yeah.
I think my brain wasn't allowing for it to catch up just because it was just like my sense just so stimulated, like just every which
And
way.
just yeah, I want to talk about that as well because I think one thing that I noticed like is that like when we used to go out in New York, like we went out all the time. I think we were used to that continual stimulation, and the minute you step away from it, even just for a little bit, it's hard popping back in because you're just like people are coming at you, and you got the full on celebrity grab. Like everybody's like, "April, oh my gosh."
It no,
It was a lot.
the way you articulated that is truly perfect. Yeah, because it's all it takes is just like you don't even have to be out of the game for that long,
Not
honestly,
long at all. Yeah.
for it to feel like a shock to the system. And I know it's like one day we are not going to be talking about the pandemic. I feel like
No, I know, I know.
it was literally like 5 years ago,
It's
right?
5 years ago.
But
Listen, the effects reverberate. Like that's that.
that reverberate, and I gotta say that the
Yeah.
pandemic. I mean, even before then, I wasn't going out like as much as we used to do when we first
Yeah,
started.
exactly.
People
But
social
yeah,
out.
same.
But to be like cut off, basically like cold turkey,
Exactly.
even though
That
eventually,
was it.
yeah, it just did something to like the wiring of my brain or something.
I'm so glad you're saying this as well because I think it did the same. And I really feel that even at this conference, like I'm so used to like I've been doing beyond my music performances, I'm public speaking, I was doing all this very front-facing like stuff. I mean, I've always in a weird way, and you know this because you know me very personally, is like I'm an introvert that's playing an extrovert. But
Yeah.
like I was still fine with it. And now it's when I really start getting like anxious whenever I go into these spaces. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really stimulating. This is a lot. And I'm just not used to it. And it's weird. I'm like, when does it click back? Or does it?
No, maybe this is the new normal and just like
It
trying to
could be.
like your balance within this whole thing. Because I
Yeah.
like when I tell you, and I feel like we've talked about this. Like we talk when
Mhm.
I guess when you're doing any kind of performance, whatever that looks like,
Yeah,
whether it's just like talking to people, like that's just kind of a performance in a way, or
for
I mean, in
sure.
my case, that and also after I DJ, even though I love DJing, it's like
Yeah, of course.
it's a ministry. I feel like it's my
Exactly. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I will be face down in my pillow afterwards because it feels like so zapping in a way because
Yeah.
um I don't know, it's an
Like somebody has sucked some of your essence out and you're like drained. Like you're
and
like,
I love that. I mean, I don't love the drain, but I love the exchange and it's
hmm.
kind of like vibrating, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oof, it like recovering. So that's kind of
Ooh.
how it felt just like the other night. And
Yeah.
I was trying to think, I was like, how do I like, because sometimes it's like a combination of anxiety, but also a combination of like excitement, where I'm like
Yes.
excited about,
Anticipation.
yeah. And I'm just like, how do you
Yeah.
your like rattleness? So I literally,
Yeah.
the next day, I mean, I drink a lot of water and a lot
Hmm.
of water. But I actually just kind of wrote out the people that I ran into.
Oh, that's good. That's really smart.
And
That's really good.
there was
I
just
wouldn't have thought to do that. That's really good.
I wouldn't have thought to do that. I don't know what made me think to do that. I think I was just so riled up because it's like that and seeing you and seeing her,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
literally like seeing good friends,
Yeah.
running into people that I haven't seen in like a minute, you know?
Yeah.
And like trying to process it and then just like doing behind the scenes work on like, mixtape stuff.
Yeah.
Like it feels anxious and hopeful.
Yeah.
It makes me like not literally shake, but sometimes
No. No.
like I'm like shaky. So I like I guess I was thinking like if I put I mean I didn't write them down on a piece of paper. I was typing it, but still
Hmm.
have that action of just like sitting down,
Yeah.
either write something out and type it,
Yeah.
make you like reflect in a literally more sober way.
Hmm.
Like it just kind of made me it settled me down and then it also made me have like a settled down appreciation of the
Yeah.
night. Like,
Yeah. No, I mean, this is the thing that I catch myself not having, and I think this is again part of that idea of the new normal is building in downtime and after having these types of events, because again, like in the before times, as we will call them, there was no rest. It was all just go, 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 like go to the next. And then it would be three of those events in one night. Like it would be like, now we got to go uptown. Oh, there's something in Brooklyn. Oh, we need to go. Like,
and I'm
and
like, why are we
we
doing
would
that?
do it seamlessly and not even think about it. And I would never have any moment of like, oh, oh, I'm a little overwhelmed right now. I never had that. And now I really feel like after I have like a night like that, I feel the next day I still feel that anxiousness. I don't buzzing, like a buzzing.
That's totally it.
And I'm like, when does it subside? Like when does it and what do I do to like get it to like flow out so I can kind of reset? I don't know. And
I
I'm so glad to hear also that you have this as well because it's like yeah.
I'm like, do we need to? I mean, when the weather gets consistently warm, it's like, do you need to just like stand barefoot in like some soil?
Like
Like,
grounded, like ground. Well, one thing that I also am, I think we talked briefly about it during the night is that like I am gonna try this year. It's like because I'm now working with this company, but I still have my space for doing and writing and kind of being my newer creative self.
yeah.
I really also wanted to figure out what it looks like to build in rest and recovery. And because I realized I've never had that. I've never incorporated that space in the same expectation that I do with work.
Mhm. Yes.
And so I'm just curious if that will create that release. And then or will I get anxious that I'm not still going when I'm trying to rest? That's what I worry about.
I mean, you probably will in the beginning until it
Yeah.
becomes your routine.
Yeah. And yeah, it has to become a routine. Yeah.
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 No, but that is so funny. But so true. I guess you
Mhm.
gotta just let the buzz just work its way through you
I
too.
mean, I just kind of like, because of course, after that night, like the next morning, I had to be at, I think the first session of the conference was at like 8:30 or 9. So
Mhm.
I was back up and I was there and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm still
Oh,
buzzing.
people, and you're around
Yeah,
good
and
people.
there were thousands of people at this conference. And so like, and they're like, oh, and then you have to kind of be on, who are you? What is your role? Where did you come? And I'm just like, y'all.
You're like, where's my gin and tonic?
Where's my gin tonic? Exactly. Where's my gin?
Exactly.
Where's my gin on the rocks?
That
Anyway.
is funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, well, I look forward to hearing more about how you like you said, incorporate that more into your.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I told you there's one thing that I've already have setups, which is in September. So,
Ooh,
for my friend's wedding, I'm going just a few days earlier. They're getting married in Rome, and I really also saying this for myself. When they told me when they announced that they were getting married and they gave me the dates, it was exciting for me to, for the first time to know exactly, oh my gosh, I can actually take that time off. Like I can lock that in. And then I bought the ticket. I think I bought the ticket the first week of February. The wedding's not until September. And which is great because it was a cheaper ticket. But then the other part of it was that like, oh my gosh, now I have the opportunity to just like build out what that rest part looks like because I like added days before the actual wedding.
love it.
So yeah, we'll see. It's a new approach for sure.
So great. I feel like it's exciting. It's like fun. It's fun to plan for something that is restful.
Exactly. That's what that's
What it
new.
look
That
like.
is new because usually it's like, oh, I planned for this because I have to go work and do that event, or I have to go, make sure X, Y, and Z happens at that place. Like, no, this time it's just like I'm just gonna be there and then
Oh my
figure
God.
out rest. Yeah.
Eat all
So,
the good food and
yes.
good drinks. Yeah.
hmm
Huh, I can't wait. I've never been to Italy. I know it's
Oh, April, we have to go. We have to go. Like, there's so many. I mean, I've been to a few places, and I have to say, so I was on tour when I was singing for Bill T. Jones. We went on tour in Parma,
Mhm.
and then that was like a 2 week tour. And funny enough, full circle, the one of the guys getting married in Rome in September is from Parma.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So when I told him, he's like, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "Yeah, I performed at the Teatro Regio." And he was like, "That's where I grew up." Oh my gosh! So
That's
anyway, but and his parents. So here's reason why I say this though. It's not far from Milan. His parents were restaurateurs, so he knows all the great food in Parma. So maybe we should do like a trip to
I'm
Parma.
down. I'm so
And
down.
it's such a peaceful town. It's beautiful. It's like,
I'm sure like so
and it's 1 hour from Florence by the train.
that's
So
amazing.
it's yeah, exactly.
Very accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what seems like a lifetime ago, right before the pandemic in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember I did like this like bouncing around, went to like London. Well, I was
Yeah, yeah.
I went, I was doing something at Freeze and then like
Yep.
days like in Paris and
I promise this is water, by the way.
oh no. It's I'm like literally full on crunchy granola over here because I'm drinking coffee but with like June made almond milk.
She made it.
Yes.
June is always doing, that's amazing. She
So
made almond milk.
she made it, yeah. Like
Awesome.
she soaked the almonds overnight
hmm
and put in like a Vitamix or whatever with not that much water. Like she kind of like went
Oh,
way
so it could be like really creamy, like thick.
nice
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I'm drinking, I mean, I'm drinking it like straight up, but I also have it in my coffee.
Your coffee, yeah.
Usually, I don't know, sometimes like plant-based milks don't always do so well in coffee.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Do you
Yeah.
drink coffee? Do you drink
I
coffee?
now drink coffee. This is a new thing as well.
Okay.
It's all changing. I think I'm going through April, I think I'm going through menopause. I don't know what it is. I'm like,
You're just evolving. You're
I'm
becoming
just evolving. I think so. No, no.
you.
But no, but I drink I mean I don't drink much. Like maybe like one, maybe 2 cups a day.
Oh,
But
that's
before I nenever used to drink coffee. It was never a thing. Like
like a taste. Was it just, did you not just enjoy the
it
taste?
wasn't a taste. It was actually just because I loved coffee ice cream,
Oh,
like
mm,
always. But like it was for me, it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I just never got into it. Like, and then again, after the pandemic, like then I was like, I guess because I was at home and it was like, okay, have a cup of coffee. So now I kind of start each day. I do have like a cup of coffee in the morning.
oh, there's something like, I don't know, I feel like it's like a little ritual.
It is a ritual. I think that's the part of it that I like is that little because we have like a French press at home, and so it's like wake up, throw on the
Love a French press. I
yeah, it's great. It's just like it's slow.
It's slow. Yeah. The next step will be for me to do like pour over coffee with like,
Yeah.
or kind of old school
Are you
drip.
talking about the one in the little
The whole
the
contraption.
little
Yeah.
yeah, the Italian what is it called? Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome.
there's that, but then there's like a it almost looks like a beaker or something. And it's like,
Do you put it on the stove or do you
no, 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 but I know what you're talking
That's
about.
the okay, that's a different one.
That's
Okay.
called. Yeah, because that is
Yeah,
a,
I don't yeah, yeah.
do you know what that's called?
I don't know what it's called. I have to maybe I look it up.
After, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, I've had it that I all that, all the like little like kind of analog gadgets. Like I
Oh,
love
I want to talk about that if we can, because
it.
one thing that I am also, I made this basically, so for New Year's this year, and I'm not a resolution person, but I do like to kind of imagine what I'd like to see in
Mhm.
myself, not as a goal, but just as a kind of, I don't
Traits.
know, stretching still being malleable
Yeah.
and thinking about things in different ways. So like I realized one of the things was that like I realized I don't have hobbies. And
Interesting.
that was very like confronting for me because I'm like I'm a creative person. I do think like but everything that I do at this point now has some type of like
Agenda.
agenda. Yeah, agenda is the best word because it's not always profitable, but there's always an agenda.
That's like maybe you know what that falls into like the rest aspect or kind of
Yeah,
like the
exact.
thing that you're doing. Because I mean, hobbies are
Yeah.
supposed to be like they're not supposed to be stressful.
No, and they're not supposed to have, you're not supposed to add expectations to them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So like so then I like for my New Year's, I don't know, exploration, I don't
Yeah.
know what you would call it. I wrote down some like different things that I would like to kind of explore. and it was like knitting. I also want to take like a repair class. Like so like little things like yeah, like a coffee machine or like even like a French press. How can I like fix that without having to buy another one? Like and they have these programs like in Amsterdam. They just opened like a little shop near me that teaches you how to sew but also teaches new knitting and crocheting and all this stuff. And I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I need to just like find one of these things and
Do
just do it
it.
and see. Yeah, clay pottery is always kind of I think the low hanging fruit. It's always a
Yeah.
good one.
But you
Kind
got
of curious, but you know,
it's
I
gotta
at
be
least
to you though. You gotta be excited about it.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, wait. This might be a good segue because I am constantly looking at that clock, child, because
Oh yeah.
Zoom will
Oh
kick
God. And you know we can talk forever. So anyway, let's see.
us. So, but
Yes.
I didn't ask you this before, so no pressure. Do you want me
Oh
to pick a
God.
card for you?
I would love that. I would love that. Yes, please.
I feel like it's like on flow and
This
brand
is yeah, and perfect timing.
saying. Um, okay, yes. So I mean, speaking of hobby, I mean, I don't think of tarot reading as like a hobby. Okay, yep. See, I just got a notification. We'll end in 10 minutes. Okay, so
And
let's
10 oh my
first
gosh.
say very quickly is like, I don't know, the concept of like a hobby or ritual, like however you want to look at it.
I like the word ritual as well.
Yeah, like just
Not
something
necessarily connected to something spiritual, but just something that's like built into your life. Yeah.
that kind of like centers you. We're talking about grounded, and tarot
Yeah.
has become that for me.
Yeah.
On it, like I mean, I take it very seriously spiritually. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it has power in that way, but
Hmm.
also it's like on a more like not mundane, but just like it brings you down. Like it just
Yeah.
not vibrationally down, but it
No,
brings,
no, no. It yeah, gives calm.
yeah, it gives calm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
talking to Wardell about this too, like how like when I shuffle the cards, like there's just something like very soothing about that, and
Yeah.
it helps me. It kind of forces me not to overthink, because like
Mm.
part of like when you start doing tarot or any kind of card reading or divination for yourself,
Hmm.
Really easy to overthink and like, am I doing it right? Oh my gosh, am I shuffling this right? Am I pulling the right cards? Like, la 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 la
You
la.
are preaching to exactly the person that would do that.
Yeah. And then it's like, I'm doing that when I'm doing it for myself, but then
Yeah.
God, like when I'm doing it for someone else, like I'm about to do for you,
Yeah.
you really have to like,
Yeah, exactly.
I have like both feet planted on the like
Yes.
floor right now, just to kind of
I'm
like,
doing this right now as well. Exactly.
let's do that. Okay. So we are grounded.
You're grounded.
Our spirits are settled. It's Friday. So,
It is Friday. Yes.
you
Sun is shining. It's very nice weather outside.
I can literally see the way that it looks.
Yeah, the sun is coming through the window.
I
It's
rainbow. I see like a stream of like a rainbow.
oh, I see it. I see no, on the other side. That way.
So I'm
Like
gonna
there.
so okay, on that note, I'm gonna call on
Yes.
all of our well, invisible to us helpers on the other side, our ancestors,
Hmm.
whoever is down to help in, I mean, you said
Yeah.
about like no, what did you say? Evolution?
Exploration.
Exploration. Okay.
Yeah.
As your exploration of yourself and what you're doing is unfolding,
Hmm.
what you're yearning for,
Ooh.
maybe that can be part of
Yeah. I'm yearning for that's a great oh my gosh, it's a great question. I am yearning for is placidity a word?
placidity. Well, tell me what does placidity mean?
Like placid,
Oh, right. Okay.
like
Slow.
slow. I
That
love, yeah, slow.
is
You
like
know, I
peace.
told you as it started, like I'm trying to learn Italian for the in the lead up to this wedding. Um, but there's this phrase, this dolce far niente,
Hmm.
which is like the joy of doing nothing, the joy of yeah, the delicious joy of doing nothing.
Okay, okay, so say that in your head as I shuffle these cards.
Okay, I'll hold that. I'll hold that.
That thought of just, yeah, calmness, stillness, still exploration. Okay, I'm gonna fan this out and then pick the card that jumps out. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. All right.
Oh, okay.
The Fool.
Ah!
Why this is funny is because when I did my last reading for Wardell,
Hmm.
I pulled the High Priestess for him,
Okay.
talking about just like tarot in general, because he also like will pull cards for himself occasionally. And
Yeah.
he was saying that he had been recently pulling the Fool a lot. And then I said I had like a funny story with this because
Mm.
I was hanging out at Derek and Michael's house,
Hmm.
and Michael just got like a new puppy. And I was there, like I was doing my like morning ritual, and I was like shuffling the cards. This cute little dog jumped on my lap and snatched one of the cards from the deck. It was almost like
What?
giving me a reading.
He
And
was giving, he was reading. He was,
that card, and they, of course, he went under the bed, right? And I'm having
yeah,
to,
right.
he's like,
Yeah.
not the card, but this is the card that he pulled.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So it's just funny. I don't know, funny kind of full circle moment. And then Wardell's talking about like how he's pulled it,
He's pulled it as well.
and I've pulled it. I have a couple of decks, and I
Hmm.
from another deck that I have too. So I love this. I love
I,
it all lines up because I think like within friend groups, a lot of times like our lives will kind of mirror each other, and we'll kind of be going through similar things around the similar time. And to
yeah.
yeah, and the Fool card, if you'll see, it's just all about new opportunities and like a new chapter, and
Yes.
being kind of curious and sort of like childlike and whimsical about it too.
So okay, this is something. Do I have it here? Oh, anyway, I'll remember it.
Yeah.
Basically, when you pulled that card for me, it spoke to me immediately because what I was also relating to with not having a hobby is like I don't have play incorporated in my life.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
play for the sake of play, like just being silly, being
Yeah.
like
Which I mean, this card embodies. So okay, so this card definitely embodies that too. The other card in the deck,
mhm.
makes me think of childlike play is the Six of Cups because it's like a card that has like a child on it, like holding cups that have flowers in it, and like he's gifting the flower to someone, and that
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But this too, this is like play and it's like play and whimsy to kind of open you up to new opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah, and just like being open to like what that looks like and
Yeah.
be playful with it because like
Yeah.
it leads you to a good place. Oh, I love that.
Oh, I love this too, actually. That was a really, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Um, and I feel like you're doing it. You're already doing it.
Oh, thank you, April.
Yay. Well, child, okay, I'm gonna like stop record for
I
this
know.
public option, and then we'll have our own behind the scenes.
Yeah, for sure.
And but yeah, before we get escorted out of the room.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if they ever just like
They
somebody comes in,
should.
it's like,
Gosh,
you
they
need
should
to
like
go.
find that, right? Where it's like you get like Sand remember Sandman from the Apollo
Yes. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
swept off the stage?
Wiped out. Yeah, it's like,
Right. Well, I love you so
I
much.
love you too, April. I'm so glad. It's so amazing to be back. Not the other night, just also be in the same city with you and just get to what I don't know. Yeah, we just got to vibe again, and I miss that, and I miss you. So
We're gonna do more of it.
more of it.
We're gonna find
Yeah,
hobbies together in Italy.
yes. And come to Amsterdam's, and also, yes,
Again,
Amsterdam, Italy, it's all on the table.
on the table.
Yes.
All right, boo. And thank
Okay.
you everyone who's watching, sending y'all
Yes. Bye. Love
love.
you. Bye. See you.